Despite the easing of inflation, new research shows more people in the U.S. are using credit or dipping into their savings to pay for groceries. NPR's Jennifer Ludden says food prices have jumped 30% over the last 5 years.
More than a quarter of working-age adults who used a credit card for food did not repay the full amount. That's according to new research by the Urban Institute think tank, which finds an uptick in such financial stress since 2023. Nearly 20% said they'd tapped long-term savings not meant for daily expenses to pay for groceries. A third who used buy now, pay later missed a payment in the last year. The survey was done in December before the Iran war sent gas prices up and further strained many people's budgets. Over the past year, expanded work requirements for federal food aid have also taken hold. Enrollment in that program has dropped by several million people. Jennifer Ludden, NPR News, Washington.
I'm Dave Mattingly, NPR News in Washington.
Somebody needs to explain to me why I can't afford this ground beef. I go into the supermarket, okay, because I'm looking for some ground beef for my lasagna and also for my spaghetti. I found the ground beef. Why is it $30? Who can afford that? And don't get me started on the chuck roast. The chuck roast is like $15 per pound. You guys, that is insane. What happened to groceries becoming more affordable? What the hell? That's an affordable lie. Like, I am so disgusted right now. Dinner canceled because I can't even afford the beef for the dang on lasagna.
Donald Trump, you sorry son of a bitch. 2 bags of groceries for $46. I run into my constituents at this store every few days, and they all complain about your bullshit economy, and rightly so. You have fucked the American people, and we deserve so much more than your piece of shit Trump economics. The only thing you ever said true is what you said yesterday. You don't give a shit about what you've done to our pocketbooks.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
Because you don't go to the grocery store, you piece of shit. You're worthless. You're worthless. And the American people deserve so much more than this garbage. And I hope that everybody that voted for you now fucking finally figures it out. That they got scammed.
So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Day one. Remember that? Hand on the Bible, big grin, big promise. Prices come down day one. Not day 100, not after the tariffs kick in. Day one. So here we are, day 545. Let that sink in for a second. We've had enough days now that you could have grown a beard or watched 3 seasons of something on Netflix. You were promised a discount. You got a receipt that reads like a threat. Now, if your mechanic told you, I'll have this fixed in a day, and 200 days later your car's worse and on fire, you wouldn't say, well, give him time. You'd say the guy's a liar or an idiot. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter which. But don't worry, there's an excuse coming. There's always an excuse. Blame the last guy. Blame the price of eggs on the eggs. Blame the weather in Ohio. Anybody, you get the point, except the man who stood at that podium and said the words with his own mouth.
We can't afford food, we can't afford gas, we can't afford housing. No one's coming to save us.
Y'all done lost y'all's ever-loving mind. There's gonna come a point real soon that these people making these decisions, y'all gonna be drug out by pitchforks and torches. I can't wait till it happens. Y'all must be out your ever-loving mind. Think you're gonna charge people $7 for a single can of vegetables. $7. Oh, I'm sorry. It's on sale for $6.59 if you use your Food City card. Single can of asparagus, $6.59. I'm telling you, the American people is not going to survive like this, and they're not going to put up with this. There's going to come a point to where these officials, these store owners, these government say yahoos that are making this decision to run you and me in the ground, y'all are going to get drug out by your hair before this stuff is over with. The American people is not going to continue putting up with every time they go to the grocery store, things continue to skyrocket, and then y'all y'all come on here and tell us, oh, well, we're just imagining this. We're liars. Y'all are the one that are telling the truth. Everything's coming down right. I'm telling you, there's going to come a point we're going to drag y'all out of office.
Yep, you are absolutely correct. And I am glad to see that I am not the only person who has noticed this lately. The exact same MAGA people who have been rightfully complaining about the high cost of groceries for the last 4 years are suddenly fine with it now that their cult leader has finally come out and admitted to everyone that he cannot, in fact, just magically lower the price of groceries. And now that the CEOs of all of these big chain stores have finally come out and admitted to the public that not only is the price of groceries not going to be going down anytime soon, but that it's actually very likely going to continue to get even higher. They're fine with it now. Or at the very least, they're not saying anything about it anymore. I have not heard a peep out of the MAGA people complaining about the high cost of groceries now that their cult leader Donald Trump has come out and admitted to them that he does not have a magic wand that he can just wave around to magically lower the price of groceries like he promised he was going to do. They're fine with it now.
If Trump says we must invade Iran, MAGA supports it. If Trump says we must not invade Iran, MAGA supports it. If tomorrow Trump says tariffs are bad, MAGA supports it. Tariffs are good, MAGA supports it. This is a cult.
And in fact, when those of us on the left point out to them that the price of groceries is not going to be going down and that their own cult leader and the wealthy billionaires that they worship have all come out and admitted so, they just wave it away and dismissively tell us, who cares?
4 years. 4 years of grocery prices being the end of democracy. Eggs got their own cable news segment. A pack of bacon was treated like a constitutional crisis. Then the guy who swore he'd fix it on day one looks America dead in the face and says, yeah, I can't actually do that. And what happens? Nothing. Silence. The same people who screamed about $6 milk are now just quiet. Obediently quiet. Funny how that works. The outrage wasn't about the price. It was never about the price. It was a costume. And the second the guy they worship took it off in public, they just quietly walked away like they never had it on. That's not loyalty. That's not patience. That's a hostage thanking the kidnapper for finally being honest about the ransom. Here's the thing. Nothing exposes a fake crisis like watching it disappear the second it becomes inconvenient. Because if the eggs were really the issue, the eggs would still be the issue. Funny how the yoke's on them now, and somehow that's the one time nobody's cracking a joke.
You liberals and so-called economic PhD professors that are questioning what Trump is doing with the tariffs, you just don't get it. He's playing three-dimensional chess, hell, four-dimensional chess. But I'm going to try to explain it to you now. Let me use a good metaphor. You remember the karate guy Jackie Chan? Okay, he made a movie long time ago called Drunken Master. And the idea was he would get drunk before fighting karate. Now, you might think Jackie Chan's going to get his butt kicked if he goes and tries to fight drunk, right? But no. You see, what happens is he's swaying and he's moving and he's tripping and he's falling in every direction. But the opponent doesn't know what he's going to do next. The drunken master wins. And Donald Trump has proven time and time again that he is the drunken master. And that's how the tariffs are gonna work.
Yes. The old drunken master economic theory. Who needs Nobel Prize winning economists when you've got a 1978 Jackie Chan movie? Apparently, inflation, bond markets, and global trade have all been solved by a guy pretending to fall over. You know what? Maybe we've all been looking at this wrong. Maybe every time the stock market drops, That's not panic. That's kung fu. Maybe every time tariffs get announced, reversed, paused, re-announced, and then explained differently 6 hours later, that's not policy. That's a spinning back kick. See, the beauty of this theory is if nothing makes sense, that's how you know the genius is working. If allies are confused, good. If businesses can't plan, excellent. If consumers are paying more, perfect. Because apparently the secret to economic success is making absolutely nobody know what the hell is happening. By that logic, if your pilot starts doing barrel rolls before landing, don't panic. He's just playing 5-dimensional aviation. If your surgeon walks into the operating room blindfolded, relax. He's using the drunken master technique. Trust the process. The theory goes like this. Trump stumbles, sways, trips, falls into a wall, insults an ally, taxes a banana for no reason, and somehow that's the strategy. He's not confused. He's not making it up as he goes. He's a master. The chaos is the plan. The tripping is the technique. Sir, that's not martial arts. That's just falling. You've described falling. But sure, let's keep explaining trade policy using martial arts cinema, while the guy governing by vibes and gut feeling gets rebranded as a strategic genius every single time reality disagrees with him. Genuinely impressive, actually. Even the actual drunken master eventually sobers up. This guy never does.
Last day, the Trump administration is getting rid of Biden-era regulations to lower grocery prices. Now, of course, Democrats are upset about this because they're so worried about the environment. The man is damned if he does and damned if he don't. If he doesn't bring prices down, it's the worst thing in the world. And when he does bring prices down, oh my God, it's the environment.
ABC News just said grocery prices aren't down, frozen orange juice is up 12%. Huh? Who gives a fuck? They also said sirloins were up 20% due to Donald Trump's tariffs, but that's simply not the case. Tell the whole truth. It's simple economics. If the supply is low and the demand is high, the prices are going to go up as well. They also said coffee is up 41% due to Donald Trump's tariffs. That's simply not the only factor here. Fake news. Donald Trump is working day in and day out to make America more affordable. What I've said so far is only a sliver of what he's doing. Keep it up, Donald Trump.
Y'all come with me. Let me show you my president. Let me show you. Yeah, I can't see that. My president. But you leave us.
Who are you voting for?
Trump, obviously. Trump.
Why Trump?
No, he's good policies. Yeah, good policy.
Who are you voting for? Trump. Why Trump? The economy was way better. Trump for you.
I just vote Republican. Don't love him as a person, but I don't think that matters at this point.
Who are we voting for?
Trump, yes.
Why Trump?
Because I'm tired of paying a crap ton of money for my groceries.
Who are we voting for?
I'm voting for Trump for sure.
Why Trump?
He's gonna make housing affordable again. We'll actually have money now. Yeah. We'll be able to buy groceries again. It's gonna be great.
Who are we vote for?
Trump.
Trump.
Harris.
Why are we voting Trump?
I just think he would be better for the country, economics-wise.
I love his talks about tariffs.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
He ran on affordability, right? In terms of fulfilling those election promises, how's the president doing?
Okay, so you see affordability up 500% in terms of people searching on Google, an all-time high. This comes back to the issue we've spoken about over and over and over again. President Trump got elected to bring down inflation, got elected to fix the economy in the voters' minds. And do they think he's keeping his campaign promises? No. Oh, God, no. Trump kept his 2024 campaign promises. You go back to April of 2025 among voters, the bare majority, but a majority nonetheless, 52% said yes, 47% said no. That 52% down onto the ground now. Now it's 40%. While that percentage who said no, it's up. Now it's the clear majority. 55% say that Trump is not keeping his campaign promises.
All right, look. With MAGA, it's not policy anymore. It's a feeding schedule. Daddy says jump. They don't ask how high. They ask what flavor. That's not loyalty. That's a spoon and an open mouth. You ever notice there's never a moment where they stop and chew? No questions, no skepticism, just, Whatever's being served today, mouth open wide. One day, tariffs are the greatest economic invention since sliced bread. The next day, tariffs are a negotiating tactic. Then suddenly, tariffs were never the point. Doesn't matter. Whatever's on the spoon today is apparently what they've believed all along. And look, I get it. Some of y'all watching this didn't sign up to get dragged into the feeding schedule either. You just wanted cheaper eggs and a little less chaos. You're not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones who will defend the spoon like it's scripture. At some point, it's no longer about politics, it's muscle memory. The spoon comes out, the mouth opens, and yesterday's opinion quietly disappears into the digestive system. That's not independent thinking, that's assisted feeding.
MAGA have to be the stupidest motherfuckers. Bitching and moaning about the price of things and how much this costs and how much money is spent on this and dee-ba-dee-ba-dee. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is destroying the White House and gonna spend $250 million on a ballroom. We're paying out the ass for gas and fucking eggs and meat and groceries and fucking taxes and rent and no end in sight. And this motherfucker is cutting shit left and right that benefit Americans, but he's gonna spend $250 million on a fucking ballroom for his silly fucking ass with a bunch of fucking gold and bullshit. You people are fucking stupid. You voted for a fucking orange piece of shit. And still some of you fucking think it's the right thing. You did the right thing. God, you people are fucking morons.
Costco has sued the Trump administration over his tariffs that have increased prices for the American consumer, me and you. And let's be honest, it's us, the American consumers, that are paying for tariffs, not foreign companies. So now, many in MAGA are canceling their Costco memberships in protest. What? You're already shopping at Costco to save money, and your protest is to pay higher prices, like you really want to pay for the tariffs. Make that make sense. The blind and self-sabotaging loyalty of the MAGA minions would be laughable if it wasn't so pitiful and sad.
Talk to the people right here that are paying 30, 40, 50% more for their groceries, which I think I can say is right. Yeah, that's correct. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
You know what's week, President Trump said, quote, "We have the groceries going down." Did grocery prices drop in 2025?
Numerous prices have.
Did grocery prices drop in 2025?
Numerous grocery prices have gone down.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you can't hear me. Did grocery prices drop in 2025?
Numerous grocery prices have gone down.
Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers that report that grocery prices were 2.4% higher at the end of 2025 than they were at the end of 2024. Trump's own Department of Agriculture has projected that those prices would climb higher in 2026. And under Donald Trump, families are paying more and more for groceries.
It's too much. It's too much. When in the world did candy bars end up being $1.99?
This is my favorite shit. Simply orange juice. $7. That's simply too motherfucking high.
You want some fruit, honey?
Yeah. Let me go sell the car. Now, because why is one singular apple, one apple, $2.99? Why is one apple $3?
I know they lying. $13.99 for a goddamn watermelon.
Yo, this is what $70 get you at Walmart. Yep, that's it. $70.
$12.99. I know these ain't the damn cheap grocery prices y'all voted for, selling your soul to an orange fucking piece of shit. $12.99 for a 12-pack. Ain't no motherfucking way. He played the fuck out of y'all, didn't he?
This is MAGA shopping for Trump's cheaper grocery prices.
Yep, he said he'd get those egg prices down. And there they are. Now let's go get us some meat. All right, tonight we're eating like kings. Let's see it. $24.64. Do I get a discount with my MAGA hat? I can't buy that. Let's go get us some more eggs. There's nothing wrong with having eggs for breakfast, eggs for lunch. So we're good. We're good. Now let's go get some chicken. All right. We're gonna get some chicken here. And what is $9.22 for chicken? Let's go get some more eggs. The kids are going to have to understand that eggs are okay for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. It's all okay. It's Trump eggs, so they're good.
Yeah, that's not acting. That's not a bit. That's just what a grocery run looks like now. A full-blown emotional support system required just to buy chicken. Notice nobody in these clips is surprised anymore either. It's not shock. It's grief. That's the why am I even surprised face. That's the face of someone doing mental math in the cereal aisle like they're defusing a bomb. And somewhere, some guy in a suit is telling you the economy's doing great. Tell that to the guy who just put the beef back like they personally disrespected his family. This isn't inflation anymore. This is a full contact sport. You don't grocery shop, you survive it. You walk in with a list and walk out with a receipt that reads like a ransom note.
Welcome back to the channel and thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for always stopping by to watch each and every one of our videos. And now a growing number of MAGA voters are shouting and are lamenting about when they voted for cheaper grocery than the reality showed up. Many Americans supported MAGA promises that life would become more affordable, especially when it comes to everyday essentials like grocery, gas, and other things. But for some voters, the reality at the checkout counter has been frustrating. Families are still watching the price of food, household supply, and other necessities closely. Even when inflation shows, that does not necessarily mean price return to where they were years ago. For shopper, the number on the receipt is what matters. Some Trump voters have expressed disappointment, saying they expected faster relief from the cost of living pressure. Others argue that lowering price is far from complicated than any political campaign can make it, and grocery prices are influenced by everything from fuel and transportation, cost of labor, supply chain, weather, global market, and government policy. So the question is not simply who made the promises. The bigger question is who can actually make everyday life more affordable for working America, because political slogan may win votes, but when families stand at the checkout counter, they judge the economy by what they can actually afford. Thank you. See you in the next one.